Chapter 96, The Life and Death Platform. This chapter is updated by novels.pl. A sense of coldness showed in Feng Xiaolin's eyes. His 5 fingers combined together again and aimed at breaking Zhang Shaxiu's the other hand. Enough! Zhang Yuochen exclaimed. Feng Xiaolin stopped his strike at the 4th prince and sneered. My 9th prince? Have you finally made up your mind? Zhang Yuochen looked irritated. He released the death sickle from Nixuan's throat and threw it on the ground. Let my 4th brother go. Zhang Yuochen clearly knew that even though he had threatened Feng Xiaolin with Nixuan's life, it wouldn't work as Feng Xiaolin didn't care about whether Nixuan was dead. That's right. When Feng Xiaolin noticed that Zhang Yuochen had let Nixuan go, there was a cunning smile on his face. His hand still struck Zhang Shaxiu ruthlessly and broke his arm. Then Feng Xiaolin threw Zhang Shaxiu, who had fainted away because of the serious pain, aside. He stared at Zhang Yuochen and chuckled. Your Highness, bear in mind this is the school of the martial market, not Yunwu Commandery. Every word you say, you must mean. When it's time to back down, you have to back down. Come on guys, destroy his arms and legs. Now, the 20-odd students all attacked Zhang Yuochen at the same time as if they wanted to tear him into pieces. Zhang Yuochen didn't bother to look at those who were rushing towards him. He stared coldly at Feng Xiaolin and walked towards him little by little. One of the students, who was at the advanced stage of the Black Realm, rushed and attacked Zhang Yuochen. Zhang Yuochen caught the student's arm with one hand and smacked him with the other hand. The student's arm was broken by Zhang Yuochen's palm. Bang bang. Zhang Yuochen straightened out his palms and seized the 3 swords in front of him. The jade-white genuine chi exploded from his body, blasting the 3 students out, and he rolled the 3 swords into his sleeves. He swung his sleeves and released the 3 swords. They pierced through the legs of the 3 students and stabbed them to the ground. Ah! All 3 of them screamed loudly. Bang! A student at the dawn state of the Black Realm slashed his sword across Zhang Yuochen's back and let out a sound of metal crashing together. Fortunately, Zhang Yuochen was wearing ice fire killing armor that prevented the sharp sword from injuring him. The student who had just attacked him was fairly shocked. At the same time, he noticed that Zhang Yuochen had turned around and was staring at him fiercely. Yet, the student wasn't frightened by his cold stare. He looked disdainfully and swung another sword at Zhang Yuochen's arm. Bang! Zhang Yuochen unleashed a palm on the student's chest as well as grasped his wrist tightly in order to snatch the sword away from his hand. Then, he took the sword and snapped hard on the student's left face. Bang! The student passed out right away. In terms of the mastery of martial technique, Zhang Yuochen's application was indeed sophisticated. Yet, he was facing more than 20 students and most of them were experienced warriors. There were quite a number of bloody wounds on Zhang Yuochen's body after a series of fights. A large number of students had been attracted by the excitement of the fight. All of their attention focused on Zhang Yuochen, who had been surrounded by the 20 students. They all showed a sense of sympathy. It was obvious that the genius, the number 1 freshman's life was hopeless. Fighting was not forbidden in the school of the martial market. They even encouraged fights between students under one circumstance. The outcome of death was never allowed during the fights. If any student killed on purpose, the school of the martial market would no doubt put him to death. No matter how talented the students were, they would be put to death if they murdering other students. This was the reason why Prince Huoxing refused to show up himself, but instead, he made use of the help of Feng Xiaolin to get rid of Zhang Yuochen. Other than that, there was another rule of the school of the martial market. If 2 students appeared to hate each other, revenge was allowed in the school. For example, if one killed the other's loved one. Therefore, it was legitimate for Feng Xiaolin to take revenge on Zhang Yuochen as he had killed Feng Xiaolin's brother. It was suggested that the presbyters of the school should stay away from the fights. Revenge and resentment should be dealt with by students themselves. When everyone thought Zhang Yuochen would die, a tiny woman squeezed out from the crowd. Her soft hands lifted her snow-white chin slightly and stared at those 20 students surrounding Zhang Yuochen. She chuckled. Interesting, very interesting. Seeing the tiny shadow walking out from the crowd, the students were all frightened and saluted right away. Greetings, Senior sister apprentice Duanmu. Duanmu Xingling didn't pay attention to any of the saluting students. Rather, she put a smile on her face and walked towards Zhang Yuochen and the 20 students who had just fought with him. The students all stopped when they saw Duanmu Xingling heading over. Even the arrogant Feng Zilin had shown fear on his face. He quickly greeted Duanmu Xingling with courtesy and asked, "My senior sister apprentice Duanmu, I wonder what makes you honor us with a visit?" Duanmu Xingling extended a thin finger and pointed at Zhang Yuochen. "I'm looking for him." Zhang Yuochen was still surrounded by tens of students at this moment. There were numerous cuts and wounds on his body and his white robe was almost covered in blood. Yet, 11 students were lying on the ground with severe injuries. Some had their arms broken, some had fainted from Zhang Yuochen's palm, and some had their legs pierced by swords. The situation was horrible. Feng Zilin's countenance changed after hearing what Duanmu Xingling had said. He saluted again and said, "My senior sister, Zhang Yuochen killed my only brother. I have to seek revenge for him. Where is the justice if we spare him? If we don't kill him, I'm sure the soul of my brother will not rest in peace. If we don't kill him, I, Feng Zilin, cannot be classified as a warrior with the spiritual blood." Feng Zilin put up an irritated attitude so as to arouse people's sympathy for him and anger for Zhang Yuochen. Yet, what he had said wasn't true. In fact, although Feng Zilin and Feng Zi were brothers, their relationship was never harmonious. They had already fallen out with each other when they were scrambling for the inheritance of the Fengs long ago. They were so eager to put each other to death. When Prince Huoxing found Feng Zilin, he promised him that once he killed Zhang Yuochen, he would definitely help Feng Zilin become the leader of the Feng family. Therefore, revenge for his brother was just an excuse for Zhang Yuochen. Feng Zilin added, "Moreover, I've already informed Elder Situ that I want to seek revenge for my brother. Since Zhang Yuochen slaughtered almost 100 candidates in the first round examination, Elder Situ has also been critical that with such poor conduct, he is not suitable to become a student of the School of the Martial Market. Despite the fact that he is a talented warrior, most importantly, Elder Situ will allow me to take revenge on Zhang Yuochen." Duanmu Xingling nodded and responded, "Oh, I get it. Are you threatening me with the name of Elder Situ? Don't dare. Even if you give me power, I would not dare offend you," Feng Zilin said with fear. Duanmu Xingling straightened out one of her soft hands and tapped Feng Zilin on his shoulder. He was so scared that he bent his legs and almost kneeled down on the ground. "Why are you so scared?" Duanmu Xingling asked with curiosity. Feng Zilin's forehead was covered in a cold sweat. He said, "I dare not be unafraid in front of senior sister." Duanmu Xingling nodded with satisfaction and said, "I understand your feeling, Zilin. Anyhow, your brother was killed by someone. If I were you, I would seek revenge for sure. To be honest, I don't want to make you feel bad, but Sister Chen has sent me here for Zhang Yuochen. She said no one can touch Zhang Yuochen. The kill is hers." Feng Zilin looked shocked. He couldn't believe that Zhang Yuochen was connected to the female devil Huang Yanjun. This was absurd. If Feng Zilin had killed Zhang Yuochen today, he would have offended both Duanmu Xingling and Huang Yanjun. By offending two female devils, Feng Zilin would have no way to live in Western Campus. Duanmu Xingling walked towards Zhang Yuochen and giggled. "Well, you are the one who killed his brother as well as bringing trouble here. Why don't you think of a way to settle it?" Hearing what Duanmu Xingling said, other students then understood what was going on instantly. Duanmu Xingling was completely on Zhang Yuochen's side, so she let him decide what to do. With the appearance of Duanmu Xingling, even if Feng Zilin invited 100 more students to come over, no one would dare kill Zhang Yuochen. No matter how many Black Realm warriors there were, they would be easily defeated by the warrior of Division Profound. Feng Zilin had no choice but to give in before such massive power. Zhang Yuochen stared at Feng Zilin and said, "Feng Zilin, I admitted that I killed your brother. If you want revenge, I'll offer you a chance. 1 month from now, I'll fight you on the life and death platform." Feng Zilin's eyes showed a smile and said, "Senior sister, This is what Zhang Yuochen said. I didn't force him. The crowd was absolutely shocked by Zhang Yuochen's decision. The life and death platform of the School of the Martial Market was similar to the Colosseum of the Martial Market. Warriors had to sign the life and death contract to make sure no other people were involved if either party died. Since Zhang Yuochen is under the protection of senior sister apprentice Duan Mu, Feng Xilin doesn't dare get close to him. Why does Zhang Yuochen still want to fight? One of the students was confused. Another warrior laughed. You kids know nothing. A grown-up man never wants a woman's protection. This is indeed a smart move by Zhang Yuochen. If he doesn't fight with Feng Xilin, everyone in the School of the Martial Market will look down on him. Not to mention, Zhang Yuochen is an outstanding genius who is proud of himself and is confident in defeating Feng Xilin. I get it now. Yet, if a mid-stage warrior wants to fight against a final state warrior of the Black Realm on the life and death platform, he actually will court death, right? Moreover, senior sister apprentice Duan Mu can do nothing to help when Zhang Yuochen fights on the platform. Feng Xilin will surely kill him. Zhang Yuochen, I'll see you on the life and death platform in 1 month. Don't get frightened and not show. Feng Xilin said confidently. Zhang Yuochen responded, don't you worry. You avenge your brother's death and I avenge my fourth brother. I'll have your arms broken in no time. Ha ha. Looking forward to it. Let's go. Feng Xilin swung his arms and led the injured students back to the school. The life and death platform was not a place for fun. Defeating Feng Xilin with just 1 month's preparation was an impossible task. Zhang Yuochen's decision was out of Duan Mu Xingling's expectation. She asked, are you sure you want to do this? Going onto the life and death platform is a serious matter. It may cost you your life. Zhang Yuochen responded with a faint smile. Senior sister, thank you for stepping up just now. However, the hatred between Feng Xilin and myself need to be handled. Perhaps the life and death platform is quite a good place for both of us. Duan Mu Xingling's impression of Zhang Yuochen improved instantly. All of a sudden, she felt pleased with the number one freshman as if the misunderstanding between them had dissolved to a certain extent.